Yeah. Meow. Hello. Welcome to the podcast. What are we called this time?
The Unlikely Enemies.
Yeah.
That's the one.
Episode
You have
5.
to put that in on the thumbnail as well.
I have to change the logo.
You know what's quite funny?
Me?
You have Crohn's disease, and enema is not unlikely for you.
And I don't want to know about that. So let's move on to talking about John Reid, Elton John's manager from the 1970s and 80s.
John Reid, Elton John's manager from the 70s and 80s, who you brought in for show and tell today.
Yes.
Oh! Where is he?
He's running a little bit late.
No.
But he'll be here by the end of the show, I promise you.
I can't wait for the John Reid guest star.
Yeah, what we were saying is that we watched the Elton John biopic last week, me and Emily. And it's got Richard Madden in it as John Reid, who is the manager that Elton John sort of falls in love with and gets screwed over by eventually. But the character is also in the Queen biopic, Bohemian Rhapsody, because he also managed Queen. But in the Queen movie, he's not played by a stunningly handsome man.
No.
Which is not what he was in real life either. So clearly when Elton John has made his movie, he's made
with
sure
the rose-coloured glasses.
Yeah, they've cast a very attractive man as his love interest.
Oh, that makes sense.
And I found it hilarious.
Yeah, that is funny.
I thought they should have been played by the same guy, just on
That would have
principle.
been really good.
Just as a cinematic universe.
Yeah,
you know, but-
yeah. Well, I can't wait until after the 4th Beatles movie comes out and we get an end credit scene and, we see Rami Malek return as Freddie Mercury and we see Taron Egerton played Elton John, right? Taron Egerton comes back as Elton John.
Yep.
Timothy Chalamet can be there as that
Bob
biopic.
Dylan,
Bob Dylan, yeah.
Yes, if they do the concert for Bangladesh in the George Harrison documentary biopic, then you could have Bob Dylan show up there.
No. Bob Dylan's not going to show up in the Beatles movie. At the end of the Beatles movie, they'll all show up in a post-credit scene. And we'll get in 5 years' time, we're going to get the Muse Vengers.
They'll get the Travelling Wilburys docudrama, yeah.
If I knew what that was, that'd be a real funny joke.
There's people laughing so hard at home. Do you want to know about the Travelling Wilburys?
Yeah.
George Harrison, Bob Dylan, Roy Orbison, Jeff Lynne, and Tom Petty formed a supergroup in like the mid to late 80s.
The Avengers.
Just before Roy Orbison died, which I don't think had anything to do with it, but they stopped after that. But yes, that was sort of an Avengers type get-together.
If you had to make an Avengers of the current popular musicians, who would you pick?
Well, we've seen the Powerpuff Girls, haven't we?
They're sort of I like to call them Power Pop Girls. I
Yes,
feel like
that's
was the colloquial name, but yeah, of Chapel, Sabrina, and Charlie XCX.
Charlie, yes.
But I feel that's because they had 3 very popular albums at the same summer, and they also had the right colour scheme. Because Sabrina's was a blue album, Charlie's was, I can't remember,
Green.
purple, I think, and I know it was a joke,
Famously green.
And Chapel obviously has red hair, so she just got red.
You don't mess around with purple though, because that's Olivia Rodrigo, so I won't hear anything.
To be fair, I like Olivia Rodrigo. I've been an Olivia Rodrigo fan, OG, right? I was
From
there
High School Musical,
the day
the musical.
driver's license Yeah, it is from High School Musical, the series. That's correct. Greatest TV show of all time.
She's a worthy successor to The Colour after Prince died, I think.
That could be controversial. This little reel short is going to get on the page of all the boomers.
Well,
And they're going to be in the comments going, "No,
You what?
never top Prince."
Olivia's no Prince.
We did have a conversation about Prince recently. Was it you I was talking about Prince with? You found a new girl?
Yes.
It definitely was you.
I'm going to say it wasn't me, because I don't remember this conversation.
Well, he was on it, wasn't he?
Yeah.
He was, but the fact that he was on... Because someone said that Prince died... No, I remember now. The conversation was someone said Prince died in, like, the 90s. And I'm pretty sure you and me were both like, Prince was on New Girl in, like, 2014. Like, I don't think he died in the 90s, you know?
So Prince was on New Girl, then he died.
And was that the reason?
Yeah.
Correlation and causation.
Yeah.
That's what I like to say.
I love New Girl.
Items.
You can go first.
Okay, I have brought my limited collector's edition playing cards that were given to me with a kid's toy at a Red Rooster meal in 2006. And they're
Jeez.
Shrek 2 themed.
Oh my word.
Yeah.
Jiminy
And
cricket.
they're in Nice metal tin.
Rusted shut or
No, it's not rusted. There's a bit of
weirdly
shit on the bottom.
Okay,
but
I was gonna say good
considering
condition,
like
but-
I was like 6 when I got this, and like I did not look after it as a thing. I just and you've got yeah, the position of annoying talking animal has already been taken. That's me.
That's right. Thanks for putting it
you've
shit
got-
side down on my bed, by the way.
You're welcome. I don't think there's actual I think it's just rust. You got Fiona, but yeah, it's just a fun Shrek themed. It's got bugs instead of
It's
everything
got
else.
bugs.
Yeah, all the Shrek Puss in Boots.
What a great guy.
But
Of
yeah,
course.
I think the only merch that I've got from that time of our childhood is like
good impression.
there was a Kellogg's cornflakes thing around when Revenge of the Sith came out, and they would have like stickers in the box.
Yeah.
And I still have the what's her name? Padme
Amidala.
Amidala. Yeah, the Natalie Portman one stuck on the chest of drawers out in the living room.
Yeah, you do. I recognise it because I had like a set of like plastic drawers which used to be like where I kept my toys,
Yes.
and I had those stickers and put them on there, and those drawers eventually stopped being used for toys, and my parents sort of stole them and used it to keep tools in the shed. So sometimes I go to my shed for tools, and I'm like, oh, the Star Wars stickers I got for free in a cereal box. Cool, I forgot about them.
I don't have a toy or like merch from back then, but I do specifically remember I loved The Incredibles, and Macca's had a collaboration where the Happy Meal toy was The Incredibles, and I got Violet, and you'd press it and the thing would spin to look like there was a force field around it.
Oh, yeah.
And I remember specifically there was a fire near my house, and my mum's like, okay, pack your bag just in case, and I went, it's okay, I've got my toy.
Oh, fair enough. Too.
Yeah, so true.
I was like, I've got what I need.
I remember the line The Witch and the Wardrobe toys that they had.
They were so cool.
Yeah.
Though
I don't-
they,
Oh,
I don't
they-
remember.
I
those
do.
were- yeah.
They were like action figures, but they also came with like those cardboard books. And then the book would fold out and it would be a scene from the movie. And if you collected all... Because I think I got all 6 of those. Because I was a real big fan of the movie. And I thought the toys were so cool that I kept pestering my parents for a Happy Meal. Because you got all 6 and you could put them next to each other and it would be the whole movie.
Yeah.
So like from scene by scene. So you could kind of have like a diagram of like yeah. It's really cool.
That's it. I think I didn't collect
diorama.
them all. I was just... And I probably would have thrown that away. I was just interested in the figure itself.
Yeah. I don't think I've still got them, but
No, I shouldn't think so.
I do
liked-
have a big box of like old toys and stuff that I didn't want to get rid of, like in the attic, and there definitely would be some from like when I was in primary school and stuff still. So
Well, there was the music
through it
ones as
sometime.
well. Remember, like when Madagascar came out, you would get like, I don't know what the shape they were, but you'd press them and they would play a song, and there was that "I Like to Move It, Move It" one.
Yeah, I remember those.
wonderful.
This
there
was
you
an
go.
item that I acquired. I went to a market and I bought it off this woman for $2. She was a nice lady. It was a lucky find of mine, and I'm glad I went out and got it. It just goes to show that you should always go outdoors and, just see what's out there. Anyway, are you familiar? Judy Frankendine is what it is.
What Kieran actually
look.
means?
It's a VHS.
Alex bought it for Kieran.
Kieran didn't go outside and go to a market. I went outside to a market and I was like, wow, this is an item that my friend would really like. So I purchased it for him.
I don't remember any of that.
I have the call log.
Oh, yeah. Okay, well... it's just come back to me. No, it's a very, very well-chosen piece of work there, because not only is it an iconic bit of television, it's unopened. It is still in a shrink wrap, this
It is?
VHS. I looked it up. What it is, it's the debut television special of the Judy Garland show from 1962/3. This is 62. So it's a television concert. And yeah, mostly Judy, but features Frank and Dean also. Frank Sinatra and Dean Martin. And what's particularly interesting to me is, having watched it, I haven't played the tape obviously, I watched it, I found it on YouTube, is that this edition is colorized from 1995. It's one of those sort of early looking...
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I didn't even know that.
No, well,
That's...
it doesn't actually, I don't think it says on the box that it's colorized.
No, because I mean, the
It says it's
faces
in
on the
colour. Yeah,
Yeah.
it says the footage is colour, but it doesn't say, especially colorized for release.
Wow.
But yes,
That's really interesting.
So, you know, part of my professional lineage, and yeah, the early days. It, you know, it's certainly not the type of method that you would use now, the way they did it back then.
How would they
But it's very interesting.
colorise this in, you know, the 90s?
It's mostly just like rotoscoping and then block colours, which is why the faces all just look like one shade of orange or whatever, rather than the sort of tonality that you can get out of colouring individual keyframes and having motion interpolation do the rest, you know. But yeah, very interesting, and I'm in two minds as to whether to actually play the tape or to leave it in its mint condition.
True.
But maybe I'll flip it for a profit at some point.
I'll take half, thanks.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I might say. How about yourself, Emily?
I brought one of my K-pop light sticks. Because I don't think you guys would have seen this before. Alright, give me a second, I'm going to take this out.
I haven't seen a K-pop one, but I know what light sticks are from Miku concert.
Okay, so these are for concerts. Obviously, most of the groups I like don't come to Australia, let alone Perth, but I have displays of all the K-pop groups I like. So I buy these to put them in. And yeah, they're for concerts. They change colour. It's my favourite colour. But this is for End Team, so they're not necessarily a K-pop group. They're actually a Japanese group. But they just had their Korean debut on the 28th of October. And I bought every single album I could, which equaled 13 albums.
Rock and roll. How much did that cost
Wow.
you?
I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah, fine. Was it more than the $2 of that VHS cost?
A little bit.
Okay.
But yeah, so they use them at concerts. Sometimes they'll hook up to like Bluetooth and go with the beat of the songs.
Ask with
And
that.
That was my thought. Is it
put it on shake mode.
because I've got my sort of wrist things that light up from. I got one from the Meghan Trainor show and the one from the Taylor Swift show.
A lot of K-pop groups have those as well now. These were
Yeah.
like the standard, and now they started bringing in like wristbands.
Right, but they're the same idea, I suppose.
Yeah, but this doesn't come with it. I bought this to go on it. It's got my bias's name on it, so my favourite member, and then the group name on the back. And it also came with a strap you can put on it, but I put it on my bag instead. But End Team are great, so check them out.
Is it heavy?
I really like this. I don't know. I find this kind of thing really interesting because I remember in 2017, and I don't know if they had actual light sticks in 2017 by then or
For
not.
K-pop groups.
Yeah. But I don't know, it's kind of cool to see how many light things and stuff, because I remember like a really cool thing. I went to a Panic at the Disco concert, and they'd organised to give out these purple, or not purple, they were different coloured papers, hearts. And they gave out different hearts in different sections of the audience, so that when they played Girls, Girls, Boys, which has very much become like a bisexual and sort of queer anthem, everybody put a heart over the light on their phone, and the whole audience became a pride flag.
Oh, that's cool.
But it wasn't like a thing organised by, you know, it wasn't organised by the concert. It was organised by local fans in different cities apparently, and then that's just like more
It's
advanced.
really like when I watch footage of K-pop concerts, it's really cool watching the crowd filled with these. And then sometimes at award events, you'll have multiple different fandoms there because there'll be all the groups performing. But the light sticks will hook in to the award show sometimes, or just in general, people change the colour of them to match that group's colour in support. So it's really nice. Not everyone does that. Some people are not very nice and are like, I don't like this group, I'm not putting my light on. But yeah,
What did you say the name was? The EJ?
that's my bias name, the member's name.
I see.
A bias is your favourite member in a K-pop group, right?
Yeah.
In groups, yeah.
In groups.
Because I thought for a moment it was Elton John.
Elton John finished his career as a solo pop star, joined
yeah.
K-pop group.
That's it.
Yeah.
I'd watch it.
K-pop Demon Hunters 2, starring Elton John.
if Mad Ray Cooper was there,
Yes,
we might
get
go
Ray
for that.
Cooper in there and
Yeah.
it'll be great.
We have to enlighten you about the joys of Mad Ray Cooper.
Apparently you do.
the
Who's
love of
Mad
my
Ray
life.
Cooper? The love of your life. What happened to Gojo?
He's on my arm.
Is he
And
no
he-
longer the love of your life?
No, he is, but
He
I
just
have
doesn't
many.
rock a tambourine like Mad Ray Cooper.
No.
I showed Emily Elton John live in Russia in 1979 or something. when he went, just him and one other guy, his percussionist, Ray Cooper.
Just quick question.
Yes.
We've been referring to him as Mad Ray Cooper. Is this something that you've coined, or is this something that he calls himself? He's
I
like,
think
hi, I'm Mad Ray Cooper.
I may have coined that myself.
Okay.
Just because he is mad.
You watch him.
You
and
look at him.
just,
Yeah.
The comment that stuck in my head is Kieran goes, I don't think Ray knows this is an Elton John concert.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. What is it? When I went and saw Elton John a couple of years ago in 23, that he was, Ray Cooper was at the back, and I didn't know who he was. But I just saw this guy with the tambourine, just like giving it large, like he's the only man in the arena. And I'm like, who is that guy? And now I just want to know him and not any of the others. Doesn't matter. It's just it's all about Ray.
The best
Everybody
part
loves Ray.
is Elton John singing, I think I'm going to kill myself. And he's just there going... and then he's like on the thing, like,
he gets
and then
on the-
behind the back doing it, and he's like...
Marimbas just...
If wait, hold on, I gotta make this appropriate for the content. If unaliving yourself is anything, it is inspiration for a good tambourine.
Yeah. And it was Russia.
Yeah. That was the weird... I was like, he's just full going at it.
Well,
It
like
was
it was, you know.
like the USSR.
Yeah,
And he
yeah.
sang a bit of Back in the USSR by the Beatles whilst he was there as well, which is great.
Oh, how did the crowd react to that? Was it like,
Well, they weren't allowed
Well, they
to do
barely
it.
reacted the whole time because, there were, the security people apparently would have told them to sit down, is what Elton says in a bit of voiceover there. But yeah, very reserved. There's a couple of shots, because any shots of the audience at that time, it's all like shot on film. You have to put a spotlight on them to just be able to see them. And so they're like, oh, what are you looking at me for? But on top of that, it's just like they're going to be very reserved. So any shots of the audience, there's occasional bits where they will just be clapping along like that. But that's the most reaction you get out of the crowd.
Interesting.
Yeah,
But
very
then
strange.
We delved into the conversation of Japanese concert etiquette, where most of the time they don't get up and dance or
the same.
like sing loudly, and it's kind of just, again, kind of like light sticks and woo, and fan chants are a thing. K-pop, that's really big. So yeah,
And that goes back a long time. If you look at like the Beatles era, any Beatles concert that you can see recordings of, the crowd's going crazy and screaming. You can barely hear the concert, except for the recording of the Japanese shows that were on tape for television, where everyone's dead quiet because they're very respectful in Japan. And I think George Harrison said in an interview later, it's like that was his favourite one.
and then we went into the
Everyone shut up,
conversation
Yeah.
of like, as a K-pop fan, I watched K-pop groups go to America and sometimes Australia and Europe, and they're like, wow, this is so amazing, the crowd's so hyped, they sing all the words even if they're not singing it properly because it's in a different language, and like, they're full, like, they drink at the concerts and all that, and they're like, in Korea and Japan it's not like that, so they love the difference. But then I feel like Western artists, because they're so used to it, they go to Japan and they're like, wow, this is so cool.
I feel like as well, like, I mean, have you ever performed on stage?
Have I ever performed on stage?
Yeah.
Not outside of, where did we go for school when we did that singing? It was Burswood Theatre.
Yeah. Yeah.
So apart from that,
was.
I don't think so, no.
What, in year 7?
Yeah.
I remember that.
We sung the Coke song,
Yeah, I
remember?
had a solo.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Wow, there you go.
Then they stopped doing that,
Open
like,
up some happiness. That's
yes,
the song.
that was it, yes.
Yeah.
Gosh.
The Coke song, which is very funny to find out later, that was a song for a Coke ad. And they were like, what should we get these 12-year-olds to sing about? A sugary beverage.
Yes.
Yeah, so at least I can say that I've sung on the stage at Burswood, but they stopped doing that like the year after we did it, didn't they?
They did, didn't they? But I mean, because I don't know, like...
I've been on stage a bit.
Yeah, a bit. Because I feel like there's a big difference between a reactive crowd and a non-reactive crowd. And I feel like, because, like, when you do theatre, the etiquette for theatre is you don't react. You sit and watch and take in the story and everything. But it's for like a music, I feel like that crowd, the energy of the crowd, you sort of feed off when you're on stage and performing.
Yes.
It would be really strange as like you say, a Western performer who's so used to energy and all this to go somewhere where it's the opposite etiquette. I feel like if I was like that and I had to go used to like all energy, I don't know if I could like perform. I'd be like, oh my god, everybody hates me.
Yeah, it must be very strange.
Well, number one, they're paying to go to the concert. You already know they don't hate you. They're paying to go there. And I
That's
think
fair.
you can tell the difference between people genuinely giving you the attention, even if it's just like, they're just like this, to people that are like, I don't
That's
care.
so true.
It's probably a bigger deal in comedy, stand-up comedy. The reaction.
Yeah, it would be in comedy, because
for a
people
concert,
aren't laughing in comedy. You're doing something wrong.
if it's a concert, even if no one's really reacting, you can still just carry on and do what you got to do. You got a song, this is how it goes, you finish it. But comedy, if you're not getting a reaction, it really informs the next thing you say, and it's probably a complete mind melts just to try and get around a non-reactive crowd. But yeah, there was a bit of Ray Cooper at Russia where there's like nothing from the audience, and he just starts like, "Come on,
Yeah, he's like,
come on,
go!
I think at some point he says, "Please."
Yeah.
So news, which I'm sure everybody knows about, but I think it'd be really interesting to talk about, is Zoran Mamdani won the New York mayoral election.
Oh
Which
yeah,
is, it's a huge win for progressive politics in America.
that's true actually.
Mamdani is probably the first actual progressive politician, at least in that I can remember. Like, Mamdani's actually run on a lot of very progressive policies. Things like reducing rent, government subsidising to help build more places for people to live, and C, rent freezing to like make it more affordable for people who are already living, remodeling streets to better accommodate public transport and buses so that people can get around. I can't remember all of his policies off the top of my head, but it was just a lot of like actual progressive policies that have like statistical backing, that have worked in other places, that will actually be the benefit to the people and not to big corporations, which in America is very rare. Even the Progressive Party is usually like, but the corporations. So it's very interesting to see such a very popular and prominent figure of it, yeah.
Was it sarcasm when you said that we should know this?
I mean, I have not seen, like,
As two proud Americans, we're
Well,
very familiar. The New York mayoral election.
Maybe that's my bad. I don't know. I've just seen, like, Zoran Mamdani has literally been all over my news feeds on social media for
Your
about
algorithm.
6 to 8 months.
That's
I have
crazy.
seen nothing but this sexy man who is going
I
to make
see
New York
this
better
sexy man.
and will hopefully, like,
So that's sexy man.
yeah.
Mirror. I know, I'm familiar with this chap because I follow Sarah Sherman from Saturday Night Live, and she's been at his events and things.
Yes,
rallies.
a lot of public support for him from a lot of celebrities. So
I didn't vote for him, of course. We are on the wrong side of the world for that. And,
Yes.
And you
Yes,
don't have
we
to
are.
vote in America. So.
No.
no, but you should vote, please.
Oh, I tried.
In
But
America,
I
I should vote in America.
was there for the Trump Kamala Harris election.
Oh God, that
Last
must have
year.
been.
Oh,
Yeah.
it was very interesting. Good fun. Yeah, I tried to vote, but they didn't let me.
That's another anime thing. Who would have guessed? So, the Jujutsu Kaisen movie is out in Japan. My friends are there at the moment, so it makes me really mad because they couldn't give a fuck about anime. And they're there, and there's all these events happening, and they keep sending me photos, and I'm like, I have to wait until the 4th of December for it to come out in Australia.
No.
But in a nice way that's close to my birthday, so
That's close
I
to
am
your
going to go
birthday.
see it for my birthday. I'm also going to watch the final F1 race for my birthday. Anyway, that's a different... But this movie will be, like a lot of anime movies are, a summary of the 2nd season and then the first 2 episodes of the 3rd season, which is going to come out on the 8th of January.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm very excited. But sad news is my man Gojo won't be in the 3rd season. He's locked away. He'll be back one day, just not anytime soon.
On a serious note,
Yeah.
if you do go to Japan, the Hiroshima Museum is harrowing but really good.
See, I
would
haven't
recommend it.
been there. When I went to Japan, I've been twice. I did a lot of time in Tokyo the first time and then went to Osaka. And I was meant to do Osaka and Kyoto, but I hurt myself at Universal Studios because I was too excited. I fell over. From jumping around in excitement, I tripped. So the next day, which was our last day to do anything, I couldn't go to Kyoto, so we didn't do anything. Then the next time I went, I was only there for a week, and my parents went as well. I was meant to go alone. Then my parents ended up there, and then 2 of my friends ended up there, and I was like, but I just showed my parents around, and so I want to go back and do like, go along the Shinkansen line from Tokyo to Osaka and just get off and explore, and I want to go when the F1's on so I can go watch that.
I'd go to that.
And
To the F1?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Right.
I feel like I would also go to the F1.
We should,
We should all go to Japan.
we
For the
should.
F1.
I mean, Emily and I are both planning to go to Japan in November next year.
But not together.
Separately, separate trips. But if you also go to Japan in November, 3 of us
We'll all
can meet
be
up
there.
for the F1.
There actually are a lot of tourists in Japan that shouldn't be there. The amount of Americans that I've just wanted to punch in the face when I'm there.
I love the American tourist thing of like, oh, you don't speak my language? I'm going to speak at you
Really loud.
very loudly and slowly because that'll make you understand.
When I was at Disneyland, there was an American there going, but at my Disneyland, they have this. And I was like, you're in Japan. And she's like yelling at the staff. And I'm like, they don't have it.
Yeah.
It's a different country.
Yeah, that's crazy. What do you mean they don't have the same thing? Like, what?
And I went to, my favourite place in Japan is Meiji Jingu, which is a shrine in the forest. And I went there, took my parents there. And, you know, for me, that place is really, it makes me feel really calm. It's just really peaceful and serene. It's in the forest.
The shrines and stuff in Japan were my favourite bit of going.
But, you know, it says when you're at the main part of the shrine, be quiet, be respectful, don't run around, don't take pictures of certain things. So there's all these signs and guards being like what to do, what not to do. And if you want to participate in the traditional, like, things they do at the shrine, you can. It tells you how to do it, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, this made me really angry because it was an Australian family. And I was like, wow, you're really just making us look like shit cunts. And their kid was just, like, running around, screaming. And they were laughing and filming it. And it's like, this is, like, for the Japanese people, a place, this is like a religion, even like Shinto. This is their place. They come here, they do this. And all the tourists here, that I'm trying to respect it, not all of them, minus a few. And they were ruining it. It's just, I don't understand what goes through your thought process. To, like, obviously you can't, if your kid starts running around, yeah, it happens, but you should try and stop them.
I remember when I went to Japan, because like I said, it was with a school trip. So it was like a couple teachers and then like I think it was 13 students. And it was the last day we were in Kyoto. And what we originally meant to do was go and see the geishas. And like most of the group complained and said they wanted to do more shopping. And so we didn't go and see the geishas.
That would have made me so mad. Who are these for?
Not you, bitch. Fucking
Aw.
hell.
Hey, my birthday's coming up soon, guys.
Yeah, but still.
It's the one on the top of the Nintendo DS game.
No.
It's suspiciously Nintendo DS
Why
shaped.
the fuck would I be giving someone a Nintendo DS game
Why
as a
not?
present?
Because maybe somebody enjoys playing their Nintendo DS.
But they don't. Nobody does.
I do.
Well, it's for you.
Yay!
Recommendation time.
I recommend a K-drama, Korean show. That is one of my favourites. Disclaimer, I really struggle to finish Korean shows because the episodes are very, very long. And a lot happens in one episode. It's just a lot for my brain. But this is really good. It's called Twinkling Watermelon, or Panjakinen Watermelon in Korean. And it's a real good mixture of like silly comedy, but serious and emotional issues. And it makes it really easy to watch. And it's just so good. Basically, the main characters go back in time when their parents were in high school to try and stop something happening. They become friends with the parents.
Sounds like Doctor Who.
It's really cool. And it's about music as well. I don't want to
Very
spoil
cool.
it. Next.
I would like to recommend, I finished a rewatch last night of the BBC TV show The Adventures of Merlin.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not sure if either of you guys have seen it.
I haven't. I know what it is.
It
though.
did play
With John
on
Hurt as the voice of the dragon.
Yes, yes. And at the start of every episode, they have a little clip that goes, "In a land of myth and a time of magic, the destiny of a great kingdom rests on the shoulders of a young boy. His name, Merlin." And that's John Hurt's voice. And the reason that's at the start of every episode is because it was in John Hurt's contract that he was in every episode, but his character was sort of like the mystical... Well, he's a dragon, so he's very much a mystical and revered being, and him being in every episode. It made sense in the first 2 seasons, but then after that it didn't really make sense. And also, I don't think he was in every episode in the first 2 seasons, just most. So to keep contract obligations, his voice is just at the start of every episode as an intro.
I love contract obligations.
Yeah. You know, that was a little fun fact that I found out.
Yeah, good on John Hurt.
But yeah.
Make that coin.
Yeah.
My recommendation is listen to ALEIA's EP,
Yeah.
right?
Woo!
We went to her gig.
Goodbye. That's the end
It's
of
not
the
the
podcast.
end of the podcast.
Yes, it is.
All right.
You don't like to see me having fun. Don't let me talking to anyone. That look in your eyes, I know it's to come. Sit by myself while you get off your head. Talk to the girl you wanna take to bed. I wanna hide, but I stay instead. Tell me that you like her dress, way that she wore her hair. You never seem to compliment mine. You think I'm pretty when I cry. That's why you make me cry all the time. You like it better when I'm pushed down, muted, unable to move. Looking for me, that's just what you're doing, right? Clench your jaw when you get mad. My God, you look just like your dad. But it's not cute, it's really sad. Say that you know what I can, but look at the way you're acting. You couldn't change it even if you tried. You think I'm pretty when I cry. That's why you make me cry all the time. You like it better when I'm pushed down, muted, unable to move. Lucky for me, that's just what you're doing. You cry. My misty eyes and my quivering lip. He makes me smile just to make him feel big. My melancholy is the